2015 Toyota Highlander needs some roof racks, so I ordered some roof rack crossbars and all the attaching hardware from a website called OEMpartsource.com. I'll put the link down in the description. FedEx delivered the roof rack in this nice sturdy box, and here it is. You want to save this box because it's got cardboard inserts to pad the roof rack, and you may want to take the roof rack back off of your car after you've used it. And so this box has little slots for everything. These are the covers for the ends of the roof rack, and they just have, each one has its own little slot in the cardboard inserts here. I don't know if you can see that. Right here, these just fit right in there. And then these have their own spots also with little cardboard brackets at each end of the box. So save this box, you'll want to use it again. So this is an OEM roof rack, so it comes from Toyota, and it comes with these instructions, which I think are very good. There is a difference between the front and the rear roof rack, so you can't get the wrong one because one's longer than the other, so it just won't fit if you put them in the wrong place. The parts kit comes with a provided torque wrench that does 8 Newton meters, which is required for tightening down the roof rack. Mine is broken right here at this slot, so you can see it's broken. But when you torque it, the little plastic arrow will come out to the slot. So that's how you'll know you've got 8 Newton meters, when you torque it and it comes out. So that's just a nice thing they included. Of course, if you have your own torque wrench, it's probably going to be more accurate than this one. So use it if you have a lightweight torque wrench that will do 8 Newton meters. There are 4 covers like this that need to be removed. And you can just get a flat blade screwdriver and just gently pry up one side. They have 2 tabs. Pry up one side and hold it, and then just pry up the other side. Just gently take it out. Try not to scratch any of the rail. It just comes out like that. You see it has these 2 feet that hook under, and then these 2 that just snap down. There are 4 of these covers on the roof of the car that need to come off. You can see 2 on each side. What you want to make sure is you don't take off these small ones. There's these little small covers on either side, in the front and in the back. And those just stay on. So you can see right there, these little ones we don't need for this cross rail installment. The 2 crossbars are different, one slightly longer than the other, and it's the longest one that goes in the front. It's also marked. Turn it over. See right here, this is the front crossbar, and so we'll take this one and put it on first. The attachment point has a spacer there on a captive bolt, and that spacer will go down in this hole here. So we just put the crossbar all the way across here. Try not to set it down and scratch the paint. This would be a good thing to have some help, and just settle it down in the slot there. You can see there's the hole and the spacer. Just let that go down in there, and then there's the bolt up top. Just go ahead and get it started by hand so you don't get any cross threading. As you can see, the bolt is not quite over the hole on this other side. So what we need to do is lengthen the bar by about 1/4 of an inch or so. Okay, I removed the bar back off of the car so that we could adjust it. We need to make it a little bit longer. You can see right here, there's some star bolts right here that you can loosen, and then you can adjust the bar out this way. So we're going to just loosen these and get it on top of the car and get it in place, get these bolts started, and then we'll retighten these after we get the adjustment done. After we get the adjustment loosened, put it back on the car, drop down on the other side, and on this side, move it out a little bit, back and forth like this as we need to. Get it to drop down in there. Yeah, you may have to jiggle this around a little bit to get it in, but you can see it's sitting down snugly on both sides. Go ahead and finger tighten the bolts, get them started. Make sure that this front sticker is in the front of the bar. The bar is actually wing shaped. I don't know how well you can see that, but the wing shaped and the thicker part goes up front and the thin part is in the back. We'll get the other side started, get it finger tight. Okay, I'm pretty sure that the torque on this is very important. They have a sticker on each side saying tighten to 6 foot-pounds or 8 Newton meters. And they also include this special torque wrench in the package. So mine's broken, as I showed you earlier. But you can use this wrench to go ahead and tighten it down. And using the provided torque wrench, if you'll just torque it, this plastic needle will come out to this mark. Okay, so that right there is 6 foot-pounds, and that's all you need to do. And this bolt here is torqued. And torque this side to 6 pounds. There we go. So now that we've got both ends of this bar torqued down, we can tighten up these 2 bolts underneath that allowed it to adjust back and forth. Now we'll get the rear bar out of the box. The rear bar has these same 2 screws for adjustments, so just go ahead and loosen those before you put it on. Install the rear bar just like you did the front one. There's a thicker part, a rounded part in the front, and a thinner taper part in the back. Just drop that in the hole over there. And over here, it's a little short, but we loosened our adjustment, so just bring it out, drop it in the hole. Go ahead and get these bolts started, get them finger tight. Just gotta jiggle them around to make sure they're going in right. You definitely don't want to get them cross-threaded. Okay, and then on the passenger side, get this one started. Again, jiggling it around. Get it finger tight. Might be a good idea to put some anti-seize on these threads before you put them in there. I did not, but I think I will next time I install. Once you get them finger tight, then you can torque them. As you're torquing it, if this were in place, you would just see the needle through that little slot there. There you go. And that's all 4 of them. Okay, a very important step is to get your torque wrench and all your little covers, all these little plastic covers. You have 4 of them. Gather them up, put them back in the plastic bag. Put that bag in your glove compartment. That way you'll have them later. Next we want to install these little nut holders. The instruction looks like this. I'm not sure what that means exactly, but it'll become apparent when we look at the car, I'm sure. Okay, on either side of this nut there's a little tab sticking up. You can see those. This goes in there so that it's right between those tabs, like this. Just pop it down on the nut. And then this top part has this little catch. You want to poke it right in this hole here. Now there's 2 holes. You want to make sure you poke it in the right one. There's a guide here that shows, that'll keep you from poking in the wrong. This little guide here is sticking out, and so you want to poke it in this hole. I don't know if you can see it, but it has the guide sticking out. So just poke it right in there until it snaps in place. There you go. And that's not going to come out. Passenger front here. not sure what these do, if they retain the bolt or what they do, but it doesn't hurt to put them on. And it's not hard. Okay, so that's all 4 of those. Okay, we have 4 of these retaining straps also, and there's nothing in instructions about these, but I'm pretty sure this end, I don't know if you can see the difference, but one end has like a little fin raised on it right there. That end is what's going into the rail, and then this end is going to go into the trim cover, and that's going to retain it in case it pops off while you're driving. It'll still be hanging there by this little retainer here. So we put the end with the fin right in there. You can see this hole has a little key facing down, so we'll put the fin facing down all the way until it snaps. Okay, and see, that's snug. We'll do all 4 of those. Put that in. Over here, the little fin is facing up. You just pop that in appropriately. It won't let you do it wrong. So all we have left is these trim covers, and they're labeled left hand. So there's 2 left hand, 2 right hand. I'll just take these 2 left hand ones I just pulled out and go put them on the car. So these left hand trim covers are identical, so it doesn't matter which one goes in the front and the back. And you want to use this little link right here. This is where the plastic retaining strap will go through. And so just this plastic retaining strap is looped around this way, and so I'm going to put the cover kind of how it goes, and then just take the strap and poke it through that little clip there, and that's on there. See, now if it falls off, it won't fall off the car. It's going to stay with the car, and I'll do that with all 4 sides. Once the bar is torqued in place in the rear, I almost forgot to do this, but we also have to tighten it down, tighten these 2 adjusting screws that adjusted the length of the bar. So the very last step is just to snap these covers on. You can see there's these 2 pylons that are hollow, and these little guides go into those. Just make sure you get those in the hole, and then just press down until you hear it snap. Okay, so that one's installed. We'll just go around and do all of these in the 2 holes, like so. And then you have to kind of hit it a little bit to get it to snap in place. And when it's time to take it back off, you can see there's a couple of pry points right here and here where your screwdriver will pop them back up. And just doing the other side, to get them lined up fairly well, you can just pop them. Lined up. Okay, they're all popped in place. And as you can see, in case you weren't sure which side they went on, there's also a forward arrow here marked on this. So if that's pointing the wrong way, you got it on the wrong side. I don't even think that's possible to do, but if you have difficulty, check that out. Alright, it's all installed now. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.